I got. Peace.
Hi guys, this is Pooja and today I'm here with this international pop icon, singer, songwriter. He is famous in India more for his amazing fusion of Bhangra and with a British soul. That's Dejan for you guys. Hi.
Hello everyone.
Welcome to timesnow.com.
Thank you very much.
How have you been, first of all?
Really good. I've been very, very good. Can't complain. I've had an amazing trip in India so far. Did a performance here in Mumbai.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I was only here actually a couple of months ago, last year, end of last year, and that was amazing. That the show was so good in Mumbai. So I had one here in Mumbai this time around again, then in Delhi, and then I did a huge festival in Bangalore, which was really good. So it's great to be here.
Super. So you have been around, like this career has been around for like 15
years. Yeah.
It's a long time.
It's crazy.
You have seen, like you've been coming back to India, very loyal to your audience, your
100%.
fans here.
And they're loyal to me.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So how have you seen it evolve, like the whole experience from then to now, like 15 years?
It's been, music has changed so much in that time. Not only has music changed, music consumption has changed. The way that consumers take in music and listen to music, digest music is very different. Before you could give them like 1 or 2 songs a year, they'd be happy, they'd listen to all of it, they'd know every word, and you can give them 1 album, they'll listen for 4 years.
Now they're more hungry.
Yeah, now I'll give them 1 song, they'll be like, I love it, man, when's the next one coming out? I'm like, I just gave it to you. Did you listen to it like more than 2 times? Right, so it's funny, but hey, I understand it, that's where we're at. We can't be dinosaurs and live in that old age and go, back in the day. No, this is how everything is consumed now. So for me, the way that we release music, the way that we, write songs, the way that we understand how even musicality has changed, what happens is, people get nostalgic. They'll hear a song and they'll go, I love that song. Oh, I wish you could do another song like that. But for us, we're the creators. We need to keep moving forward, right? It's like a mobile phone, right? You could be like, oh, I really miss when you used to flip the phone. That was so... Nobody wants a flip phone, right? The new, you gotta go with the new. Move on, huh? So you have to keep changing.
Super. So tell me, like, obviously now you spoke about music and how fans keep you on the go, like the response keeps you on the go.
100%.
So how secure are you as a singer? Like how, when it comes to competition, when it comes to failure, when it comes to criticism, like how do you take it?
There's one thing that I live by, and I really do, and it's never going to change. I do not chase the competition. I chase my own goals and my own dream. That's it. I don't care what you are doing. It's not in an egotistical way. Why should I spend so much time on you when I should be spending time on myself, trying to be the best version of myself? I respect and appreciate everything else everyone else is doing. I'm like, oh, wow. I'll do that. I'll be like, oh my God, wow. I wish I thought of that. That was amazing. But I'm not going to go and copy them. No, I'll be a B-rate version of them. I'm who I am, right? So I just do what I do. And there's a beautiful thing that I read once, years ago, and I live by it. And it says, spend so much time on self-improvement that you have no time to criticize others.
Wow.
That's it.
Lovely.
I live by that.
Everyone else can, like anywhere, just
Right.
like, yeah. So tell me, like, obviously now that you said, like, how much do you look back at your song? This is obviously self-improvement, you are your own competition.
Yeah.
But then, so you just leave the song right there, like one done, gone.
Bye. My whole thing is, like, when people say, I really missed that song, I'm like, hey, you know what the beautiful thing about it is? You can listen to it whenever you want.
Yeah.
Just listen to it again. Right? That's it. My whole thing is, let a masterpiece be a masterpiece, right? If it was a masterpiece, if it really did become an iconic thing, leave it alone, man. Move on to the next. You look at people like Lamborghini. What do? They make a model, they do a certain number. Sorry guys, discontinued. No more. Next model. Okay, that's it. You want to get a Countach, you have to go back and find one. It's going to be $500,000 now because it's a masterpiece. Guess what? If you kept producing them, the value would be nothing.
Right.
That's it.
So you are obviously evolving, and how has your approach changed towards music? Like obviously the audience has changed big time.
Yeah.
They are hungry, like how you said, they just want songs back. So how do you keep that energy alive? Like how are you releasing.
Yeah.
You have one coming up.
Yeah, I have one coming up, but also you got to remember is that like I took a small time away from making music because there was a time in my life where I was like, okay, this is what is happening right now. This is what everyone's doing. It doesn't fit me. I don't know how to do this. This would be awkward if I even tried. It would be disingenuous if I tried to do something just because this is the new style.
Yeah.
Now I couldn't be more comfortable in my element because the last song I did, which is a really big hit over here, obviously, was "Make My Love Go." I was so comfortable in that zone. It was a reggae dancehall song. I grew up listening to R&B music, pop music, reggae music, hip hop. I blended them all, and it was perfect for me. Then there was another time where dance music was so big and everything was. I didn't listen to that. I didn't know how to do that. I did one really good dance record and I did it with Hardwell, but it wasn't overly produced. It was still a beautiful song on top of a dance break,
Right.
and it did well. So what I do is I always try to do what I do best when the climate for my music is right. The song that's coming out on Friday is called "With You." It's an R&B hip hop record, and that's what I do best. But it's a club R&B hip hop record. It's not like Ride It. Ride It was a slow jam.
Yeah.
This is for the clubs. Very hard to do an R&B hip hop record for the club, especially as a song. As a rapper, it's easy. Drake puts them out all the time. Future will put them out all the time. Travis Scott will put them out all the time. But with singing on top of it is a bit harder. So I managed to do that on this song. It was challenging, and I loved it though. And it's called "With You." And it features Gucci Mane, who's an OG, is a legend in this style of hip hop. Because this style of hip hop is not your kind of, when we look back at hip hop, and you had your 50 Cent doing hip hop, and you had, Ja Rule, and you had all these guys in the 90s, early 2000s hip hop, Nelly, all of that.
Yeah.
Hip hop has changed since then. Mainstream has gone slower. It's in the 70 BPMs. It's not 100 BPM anymore. Like I said, Drake, Travis Scott, Future, all of these rappers have solidified this new sound, which is really called trap. It's trap hip hop.
Correct.
This record is a trap hip hop R&B record.
Damn nice. Your fans are looking forward to it.
Very new.
Right?
Very new.
Okay, so that's about your music. But now you're in the heart of Bollywood. You're here. And you have been around, how are you keeping in touch? Like, you have performed with Shah Rukh.
Yeah.
So how much are you in touch with them now? And how close are you to Bollywood? Like, how are your connections?
Well, I have very good friendships with some of the stars. Like Abhishek is a dear friend of mine. Priyanka is a dear friend of mine. I've met Hrithik a number of times, done shows together. And with Shah Rukh, I've done shows together. But, I think having those, huge mega stars in your kind of circle, it makes it a lot easier. Like I can call Priyanka tomorrow and be like, listen, if I want to do a movie, a soundtrack for a movie, which one should I do? Like which one, who's hot? Which composer should I work? And she'll tell me the truth, which is really dope. That's why I really like
That's how your relation has been like.
Yeah, and it's very honest. And then someone with the other stars is we don't necessarily have that kind of friendship, but it's always nice when we see each other. So that's always special. But also, of course, I've got Rishi Rich here now. And Rishi just did 3 songs for Gully Boy.
Right.
He's really in there. He's super in there now. And that is, and still will be my biggest connect. So I've just done a bunch of songs with Rishi.
Yeah.
And I think you guys will be hearing them in about, I want to say 3 or 4 months to be realistic, before we put them out. If one of them ends up in a Bollywood movie, it would be amazing. I don't know.
You're hinting at something.
Hopefully. but I really would love to. I really want to do something that I'm passionate about and that makes sense so that people go, yeah, I get why he did that in that movie,
Yeah. So if you had a pick, like if you had to sing for an actor, who would it be? Like who do you see like your song for?
I think Ranveer is super cool. Like just he's young and fresh, and I know he loves hip hop. It's obvious, because the fact that he actually delivered those songs and recorded those songs goes to show that he's into that culture. That makes sense for me. Doing a song for somebody who maybe doesn't quite get my music it's not going to connect.
Like
just because they're a big name, it's not going to marry. And I think nowadays people are too smart. They get it. They're like,
Can't fool them.
They're like, he did it because it's a big movie and he did it, but I don't buy it. But if it's a cool organic mix, then it will make sense.
about Bollywood music, there are many remixes
Remakes.
and recreations. So what do you have to say about that?
I think
the entire song has been remixed.
Yeah.
Before we used
The
to
sample.
just take like a chunk or something, but now it's like
yeah.
overall.
So here's the thing. Look, let's look across the board, and this is where my business hat goes on my head, and I can explain to the audience some things that they might not quite get. This is the music business. This is the movie business. There's people up there who are spending massive budgets to make a movie. They need hit songs. They might not want to take a risk and say, hey, you guys, let's see if we can get a hit. They're like, what was a guaranteed hit 20 years ago? Remake it. It's going to work again. That doesn't just happen in Bollywood. That's happened everywhere. Right. Even Hollywood movies are redoing classics. How many came out like that? So many.
Like old wine in new bottle, just like offering the same.
Exactly. So many remakes of old movies, okay? And then so many, even with songs in the English, you know, if we're just talking about English music industry, so many people are doing covers of old classics. What I don't like is when it's distastefully done.
Yeah.
Okay? I remember I had this amazing conversation with Sean Paul once, and this radio station wanted me to cover Bob Marley's, what song was it now? Oh my God. One of Bob Marley's songs. They wanted me to cover it. And it was just for the radio show. And I said, cool. It was a cover. It was never meant to be released. And I did it, and it was a really beautiful rendition, actually. I actually really loved it. And they wanted to put it out. The label went crazy. They're like, we should release this. And I said to Sean, because, you know, he's Jamaican. I was like, yo, man. I was like, they want me to release this song. And you know what he said to me? He's like, yo, Bob Marley is a legend, should never be touched. That's it. And I was like, you know what? You're so right. There's certain songs, leave them alone.
Untouched, yeah.
Leave them alone.
That's what is happening like everywhere. I mentioned Bollywood because, yeah, like recent times if you go to see, it's too much. But if you had to, like, which song do you think, like you said, recreation is fine, but don't do it distastefully. So if you had to pick any Bollywood song, if you followed, like, which do you think, like, the recreation
what that I've heard?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, honestly, I really can't tell you on that. I wouldn't know enough to be able to say it's been, you know...
recreated.
Yeah. I have heard some ones which aren't very good, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Do you want to name them?
You know, no, I don't like to name and shame.
Yeah, it's fine.
But for me, see, even when it comes to my music, I'm able to say, like, look what we did with, for example, Dil Mera. We took a small sample from Dheere Dheere Se, right? And we just took it, Dil ko churana, boom. We didn't take the whole song.
Exactly. Like, that's what you have been doing it. You take old songs, but it's not like the entire thing.
Same thing with Churalia. Yeah, same thing with Churalia. Churalia hai. That's all I took.
And the rest is yours.
The rest is mine. I think things like that are cool. They're really cool. If you can take a small phrase and people are like, oh man, that's so sick. They a small interpolation, a small sample, or even a guitar line. Ding, 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 ding. That's it. But the rest of the music is different. And the whole song is different.
Right.
It's tastefully done.
That's more like a tribute, you know. You admire that music, so you're to
Right.
Yeah. So tell me your acting plans. What is that? Because, you know, I was reading out. There are a few who call you urban Desi legend.
Wow, it's a nice title.
So I read that name for you, and there are a few. Like, I was reading tweets. I just hashtag JShot and our Indian audience. Like, you were there in Kya Kule Hum, and then after that we didn't see you.
No, because that was me playing me.
Yeah.
And which is very easy because I'm me. Me playing.
But there are suggestions from your fans. Like,
yeah, I know.
You experiment with your looks, your music videos.
Yeah,
you are experimenting, reinventing.
Yeah.
So, how about acting?
I do love acting. If I was to act, it would be in the English arena.
Not in Bollywood.
I'll tell you why. I don't want to do anything disrespectfully. I speak Punjabi fairly well. I can understand Hindi perfectly. Can I speak it as well? No. And I don't want people to go, what's this guy doing? Like, do what you do, man. Why did you come here and try to be, just because you've got a platform?
And then the dubbing and all comes
No, I don't want that. I just really feel like it's, I don't like doing anything that feels disingenuous to me. I don't like that. Would I love it? Oh my God, would I love it? Of course. Do I wish I could speak Hindi well enough to be? Of course. But hey, you know, I didn't grow up like that, you know? I grew up speaking Punjabi at home, and the only way I even learned Hindi was through watching Bollywood films. It's kind of crazy. And even my daughter now, she's learning Hindi because she's been watching movies, Indian movies.
Your daughter is super hit on Instagram.
Isn't she funny? She's amazing.
So cute.
She's amazing. I told her I was
following your footsteps already. Yeah?
I told her I was going to India, and she's like, Daddy, are you going to see Kajal? Because she loves Kajal. Of course, I brought her up on all the classics, didn't I?
Yeah.
I made her watch Kuch Kuch Hota Hai and all those movies
So
first.
sweet.
Daddy. And she knows I've met Shah Rukh a number of times, so she's like, are you going to meet Shah Rukh? I'm like, I don't think so. She's like, okay, well, I really just want to meet Kajal, so. I was like, she's really sweet, yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, I have this one fun segment before we end. Like, I'll just give you lyrics of these Bollywood songs.
Oh gosh, okay.
You do it your way.
Guess the song. I wanna work up time, I got. Time I got. Peace.
Ooh,
There we go.
That was awesome.
There we go.
So cool. Thank you so much.
Little
It
flavor.
was fun talking to Jay Sean. Your message to fans there.
Oh, I just want to say, honestly, you guys are the reason that I'm here 15 years later. It's all because of you. I hope I can make you proud with the new music I'm putting out. Did I tell them about it? I did the Fridays, the new one. So please do me a favor. Go out there, stream it. It's free. Go listen to it. It's called With You. And thank you once again for all your love and support. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.